So welcome back to another video, and today I'm giving you guys my thoughts on the Saucony Triumph 22 after 100 miles. So this shoe has had a big revamp from the previous two models. The 20 and the 21 were both quite similar, and I really enjoyed the 21, and the 22 has had a big makeover. It's divided opinion, but for me it's been a really enjoyable shoe. I'm going to explain why I like it and what the dislikes are with this new update. With all 100-mile videos, we're going to be talking about the wear and tear, how I've been using them, and of course will I continue to use them moving forward. So without further ado, let's dive in to the wear and tear. So I can't wait to share thoughts on how I've been using it and overall kind of performance of the shoe, but first let's go through this wear and tear. Now after 100 miles you don't want to be seeing anything crazy going on at this stage. 100 miles really is nothing, especially for a daily trainer. It's not geared up for performance, that's for racing shoes, and with racing shoes you still don't want to see too much going on, although you might see a slight deterioration in performance because obviously they're not built to last, they're built to perform on the big day. But something like this is designed to last, and I can confirm the upper is showing no signs of wear and tear whatsoever. No snags, no frays, no tears. But the fact that it is a bit dirty, it is holding up really well. And not only is it holding up really well, it feels really good too. And that really does apply to the midsole here. It looks good, but it still feels really good as well. And the midsole has been a real nice change for me, to be honest with you. Again, this shoe has divided opinion, and a lot of people that appreciated the previous two versions, you know, have seen this one as a bit of a downgrade, and I can absolutely understand why. But I've had a purpose for this shoe, I've had a reason, and it has ticked the boxes that I've needed to, which we'll talk about shortly. The outsole again is showing no signs of wear whatsoever. There's not even any ounce on any of the wear patterns, bar literally that top bit on the toe off area, which goes every time with every shoe. Everything is looking really good, and it's still really grippy. I've run in a multitude of conditions, dry and wet, you name it, I've done it, and it is absolutely fine. It's held up really well, and even the exposed midsole on the bottom isn't even chewing up yet. So it's a really good start. There's absolutely no signs of wear and tear. So how have I been using the shoe? Well, I've got to start off by saying it's quite rare for me to get a shoe like this to 100 miles so quickly. It often takes a lot longer, and the reason being is because often my training is blended with zone 1 and zone 2 work, so I'm looking for a shoe that can pick up the pace in those aerobic zones. So I'm doing easy and moderate runs quite regularly, and it's very rare that I'm just doing more easy than moderate runs, but that's just how it is at the moment. So my training has kind of changed a little bit from doing a lot of easy and moderate work with a few workouts to basically just easy and then double threshold and then easy and then a workout and then moderate. And for the 2 easy days that I'm doing a week, this thing is getting all the miles. I've got a good selection of shoes to choose from, but I'm gravitating towards this one every time. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I'm just looking for a shoe that offers good comfort, good cushioning. It doesn't need to be anything more than that. It can be heavy if it needs to be, which this thing is, because I will have done a double threshold day the day before, or I won't want to overcook it on my easy run because I have a double threshold day the next day. So obviously those quality days are priority for me in training, and the easy miles are just to kind of top things up around the outside and so that I don't overdo things. And so the moderate running that I usually do a lot of is quite limited at the moment. And so that's why this thing has got to 100 miles within the couple of months. And as standard, I usually do 60-minute easy runs, 50 to 60 minutes. So I'm covering around 6 to 7 to maybe 8 at a push miles on each run. So yeah, it's probably had about 12, 13, 14, 15 runs so far, and it's just been really enjoyable. And as I said, there has been nothing more than easy runs in this shoe. What they nerfed is versatility from the previous version, and I think that's what a lot of people have been frustrated about with this upgrade, which I totally understand. And I think if I was using the 21 as versatile as I was, and then was continuing to try and use the 22 in that same vein, I would be just as frustrated as other people. But thankfully I haven't needed to, and it's just been a really, really comfortable shoe. So I guess that leaves the question, will I continue to use this shoe moving forward? Now I'll answer the question shortly about the changes and what my overall feel is with the shoe, but I think in terms of using it moving forwards, there's no reason for me to stop using it. Sometimes I get to 100 miles and I'm thinking about other shoes that I have at home that I want to maybe put more miles into, and maybe this one hasn't been as enjoyable, but I've wanted to get it to this sort of landmark, shall we say, say, so that I could give you guys my thoughts on it. But for me, with this one, it's been great. It's been very easy to get to this mileage, and there's no reason for me to stop using it. The one thing I will say is I will probably blend it in with other shoes now. As an example, I've been missing my Hoka Max 6. I love that shoe. It's such a good shoe. But whilst my training is staying as it is, which it will do for another few weeks, there's no reason for me to stop using it right now. And for those easy days, for the shoes that I have at home that I could potentially use, I keep gravitating towards this one. So I might try and use a couple of other ones and mix the rotation up a bit. But at the moment, if I wake up and I've got an easy run and I feel like I want to use this shoe, then I'm absolutely going to use it. I really am enjoying it. And for those pure recovery, easy days, to be honest with you, I don't think I've tested a better shoe this year. Now, there were 3 notable changes in this version of the shoe, and after 100 miles, I'm going to give you some more feedback on it, because in my first impressions, my words were that they've nerfed the versatility of this shoe. That's exactly what I thought, and that's exactly what I stand by, and I will confirm that. I felt like with the 21, you could do easy and moderate miles quite effortlessly, and then maybe if you wanted to push your pace a bit more, you could absolutely do so, but it wasn't ever going to go super fast. It was a good daily trainer that had a good range to it. I do feel that they have nerfed it, and that does come down to the midsole to a degree. So the 3 things are, we've got a good upper change, and I say good, I prefer this upper to the 21. The 21 was a bit coarser, and this one is nicer. It hugs around the foot better. I enjoy it. The midsole is debatable. We've gone from Power Run Plus to Power Run PB, and everyone was kind of hoping we get that same feeling that we would in the Endorphin Speed 3, 4 and Pro 3 and 4 as we would in this one. It's just not been the case. And the third thing is the weight gain. It's 14 grams heavier in my size, or 0.4 of an ounce. So the Triumph 21 was 354 grams and this one is 368. This is the second heaviest shoe that I've tested, I think, ever in the road lineup. I've tested heavier trail shoes. So it does come at a hefty price tag as well. Let's not forget that, £170, 160. So again, we've had an increase. So there's a lot of elements that are going against this shoe. And what I would say is I've really enjoyed it for those pure easy days, but I will stand by what I said. As I've just confirmed, versatility isn't as good. I would take it on easy days, but I wouldn't feel comfortable taking it on moderate. I have done some strides in it. It doesn't feel the easiest to pick up the pace in. It does feel a bit clunky, but I genuinely haven't felt a better shoe at those very easy, nice recovery paces. And that's where the Power Run PB comes in. So that's why I feel it completely divides opinion. If you're looking for something as versatile as the previous version, you are not going to get it in this shoe. If you're looking for an easy day shoe that has a premium feel to it, that is nice and comfortable. Again, a lot of people say that it's a little bit firmer. I don't think it is. I think it's nice and soft and cushioned. It's not Nike Invincible, soft marshmallowy type of thing, but I do get a lovely sink and bounce from this shoe. And yeah, don't forget, I'm 6'6", I'm nearly 90 kilos. I'm going to be putting more force through this shoe than a lot of runners. So the lighter runners out there are probably going to feel it's maybe a little bit firmer. So obviously it's all opinions and everyone's built differently and everyone runs differently, but for me, the standout thing that I can confirm universally, obviously it's increased in weight, and I do feel like it's not going to be as versatile as the previous version. Other than that, to be honest with you, I've really enjoyed it for those easy days. So there we go, those are my thoughts on the Saucony Triumph 22. A very enjoyable shoe for those easy days, and that is pretty much it. I've not done anything else with it, and I will continue to just stick with easy runs in this shoe. Of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts. As I just alluded to, I am 6'6" and nearly 90 kilos. If you can share your thoughts and experiences on the shoe that might help connect other runners that are more of a similar size and weight to you guys, that would be great, because obviously I'm quite unique in the running space. It'd be great to hear from you guys what you think about the shoe. Did you send it back, or have you been enjoying it? And what do you think compared to the previous version? That's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider giving it a like, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and I'll see you on the next one.